Okay guys, so we are on turn 116 of the Khazâd Doom campaign. A lot that's going to have to be done in the next couple of turns. Now over here in southern Lothlorien, Mordor continues to push its attacks onto the southern borders of Lothlorien here. Over here across the Misty Mountains, I'm trying to gather a new army to strike against Isengard and Dunlardic. Because technically we're allies with the Dunlendings, but I certainly can't have them losing territory to the Uruk-hai, otherwise they'll start attacking me in Ost and Ethel, and that'll start draining my resources if I don't do something to push them back now. Now near Dol Guldur, I've also got a large dwarven army over here that I was thinking about pushing for Dol Guldur initially, but now I'm thinking about sending Dor's army back, or I'll send Dor back to Lothlorien himself, but then the rest of these troops, I'm thinking about marching them up north to assist in the war against Gundabad, because Gundabad's numbers are vastly superior to our own as of right now, and Balin needs a heck of a lot more troops than what he has currently under his roster. There's no way to be able to take on all these guys at once, so I'm just going to have him fall back as quickly as possible. Probably best that we just kind of fall back to this bridge for now as a defensive point. Because if the Snow Orcs decide to pursue and attack us here, we can always defend this bridge very easily. But I doubt that's going to happen. So I'm going to keep him right here just in case. And if the Snow Orcs come back to Methelburg, then Balin can easily dispose of these guys. And we currently have Mount Graham under siege. 10 more turns until they are forced to surrender, but even when we take this place, we're still going to have to keep a very large presence here because Agmar still holds Litesh up there. I was hoping the Dunedain would have taken it by now, but maybe they will once we take Mount Graham for them. Okay, I think I'll have you guys build an archery range. We're almost done with the merchant bank. So once we get the merchant bank, can we actually get some merchants? I don't know. Let me check here. So, Royal Vault... Yeah, it's really a shame that we can't seem to get our own merchants. I mean, we are the dwarves, so why is it that we can't, like, recruit our own merchants? Alright, and then as for you guys, I think we'll just have you build a ballista maker. Actually, no. I'm gonna have you do the army barracks. That'll be a better idea. Because if war intensifies against the Uruk-hai, Tirthuin is gonna have to be a frontline city for us. We'll need a lot of reinforcements from this region too. Alright, and like I said, I'm gonna send Dor back west. You're gonna assist with the defense of Lothlorien. And you guys will just march northward. So I'm going to have you guys kind of like come up here for now. Just take that for now. Save some money. And I'll send you guys to Arui over here just in case. And I think I might send the Mithril Guard down here. I'm not sure. I'm going to put you guys right here. If the elves need our help, I'll be more than happy to accommodate. I was hoping to bring the fight to Dol Guldur, but it just makes sense for us to push against Gundabad as much as we can because they're still very strong. And the rest of the elves and dwarves up here are not putting enough pressure on them in the east. So it's going to be up to me to basically destroy Gundabad altogether. It's not something I really relish. I was hoping to get a lot more help from the other factions. And I think the Elves of Lorien should be fine down here. As long as we can help them out on, you know, any scale whatsoever, they should be fine defending Lothlorien. Alright, I'll go ahead and save this real quick. Make this a quick battle. It's always fun fighting alongside the elves. I might even play as Lothlorien again. They're definitely one of the, in my opinion, I think they're one of the best factions to play. They are very challenging early game, but they do have some of the finest archers, needless to say, some of the finest archers in the game. And they also have some incredibly tanky units when you think about it. Like the Galathrim swordsmen are just so powerful. Also, I love the redesign, a slight redesign for Yavanna's Chosen. So now we see more of that that Sylvan or Sindarin style helmet they have now. Alright, here come the rest of the troops. Where are my Sons of the Fallen? Ah, there they are. Alright, you guys will just sprawl out like so. I'm gonna get you guys running. I want you guys front and center right here. Let's go, let's go. We'll take these guys out quickly. Good to see the some familiar faces here, the Sons of the Fallen. Some of the most epic dwarven units in the entire game. I do love the Legion crossbows, but I kind of wish Khazâd had more ranged units. It feels rather limiting that these are literally their only crossbow units in the entire game. Alright, I'm going to have my Sons of the Fallen start heading this direction. We'll need to neutralize those guys before I send in my infantry. I don't want them to be easy targets for those ballistas. A long ways to go. Alright, and where is Heldir? Now, is Heldir coming as reinforcements, or where is he exactly? He's somewhere in this mess. And those elven catapults are tearing those archers apart. Alright, sorry to make you run like this, boys. I know it's exhausting, but I gotta get those ballistas wiped out before I can advance any further. I don't like dealing with ballistas. Best is just take them out now, and then we can just start rolling up on the rest of these guys. Yeah, part of me is really thinking about replaying Lothlorien in a proper stream. I know I played the faction at least twice, but they are definitely one of my favorite factions.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Oh, they're just abandoning their equipment. Okay. Yeah, these guys have had quite a bit of a jog, so you can just kind of just march your way over there now. Let's get you guys running up here. Pretty sure the dwarves are going to be upset they're missing out on the action. That's okay. Our elven friends seem to have taken care of it. They got the situation well under control. You know, it's pretty impressive how the mods have made Medieval 2 so entertaining. It's such an old game, but you still have some amazing sequences like this, where the action is still pretty convincing. The action, the visuals, even though it's clearly a much older game, it still looks quite good. Alright, go ahead and kill this ballista crew over here for me, dwarves. I just hope that the elvish siege equipment doesn't accidentally kill our dwarves. That's the only thing I'm worried about now. Nope, and here are the Galathrim archers. That's probably Heldir's bodyguard. If I could spot him anywhere. Alright, I'm kind of hoping you guys are done firing, but I know that's not the case. Alright, just reform, guys. Just reform. Don't worry about the rest.
Our men are winning the battle. The enemy army flees the field.
You know what? I think...
Down.
Let me think here. Yeah, we'll just end it. It's
All of the
fine.
victory we have won here.
We don't really need to fight any longer. It's kind of pointless. The only annoying thing about helping out your allies, especially if they have the bigger army, is that whatever prisoners they capture, they have a tendency to ransom them. Yep. And they'll just come back and fight another day. They're like, nope, we're done. There go the elves chasing the back. There's Celeborn. Yeah, I just don't think it's good timing to try to hit Dol Guldur right now. The war against Gundabad requires more of our attention. Because those numbers have swelled. And I don't feel like dealing with Gundabad focusing so much of their strength against me. Especially if it's just Balin up there and Owen. Another general ready to go, that's good. Might be able to utilize him against Isengard.
My king.
Alright, let's see what these guys are going to do. You already have some merchant cavalry, so you're going to stick around over here. I'm not worried about Methelburg. Methelburg has plenty of troops. You, however, you're going to build this on the border. I need you guys to stay behind over here. You're going to head towards Lothlorien, okay? You'll command these troops over here, help out with its defense. And then follow the elves down here, see what they're up to. Yeah, I think the elves are just strong enough to defend their current borders. Oh, dang. Okay, now Mordor's got a huge-ass army coming this way. Oh, no. They've got the Barad-dûr Wardens now? Jeez, that's crazy. You know, I thought those were like a special unit that Mordor doesn't get unless they find the ring. Guess I was wrong. Alright, and you're going to continue building more watchtowers for me. And we can definitely increase taxes here. Let's do normal now. Balesmen look like they could use some help. Now, I think we should probably try to take out these guys first. These Troll Avengers are going to be a problem. Either that, or I just come rushing down this way to help against to help with the Valesmen. Now this guy, I got to figure out what to do with him. He's going to need to come down here, because you need to command my future army that I'm sending against Isengard. I'm hoping to hit these guys pretty much out of nowhere for them. But they got this huge Uruk-hai army down here too, so we'll have to swell our numbers here significantly. Which means more money going down the drain to field a new army, which I'm not crazy about. I was hoping the Dunlendings would not lose territory like this, but it is what it is. Yeah, the campaign for me went from being very smooth to now all of a sudden I have to do all this babysitting for my neighbors and my allies. Mining complex sounds good. Yeah, we should do that. And I wish I didn't have to besiege Mount Graham, because look at all these troops I have to leave there. It's such a... It feels like such a logistical waste. I mean, we need that manpower over here. Desperately. And now these guys... Okay, I gotta get these guys moving. I can't have them sitting there, so... Keep heading up north. Dang, our income's gonna be in a bad place next turn. And we're not really that much closer to obtaining any new territory. Mount Graham can hold out for 9 more turns in a siege. Trying my best to build some more infrastructure to help with our economy. But there's a lot of pressure to continue recruiting more troops. So we'll have to see how well that goes for us. Alright, what do I do with Balin over here? Do I attack these guys now and just get them off the map? Or do I fall back and see if I can try to help them? See, if I do that, my worry is that they'll bring these troops down and threaten Methelburg. So I think the Valesmen are just going to have to hold out.
Aye, Lord.
I do have these guys coming over, but they won't be there for at least 3 more turns.
Aye, Lord.
I could trigger a battle here, but I don't have an overwhelming amount of confidence that the Valesmen can actually win this, especially if they have a proper general. Yeah, and I have no other cavalry I can send them, do I? Yeah, they're all too far to help.
Aye, Lord.
Okay, well, we'll do this first. Balin, I need you. Kill off these snow orcs here. The odds are very much in our favor. Just have to worry about a catapult. That's about it. Now, you see, I don't like this. I really don't like how the AI gets extra units like this. I mean, I cap out at just these 2 rows here, but somehow they can get a few more? That's ridiculous. Alright, do they have any other cavalry? They actually do, which is annoying, so we'll have to deal with all these warg riders, and with the fact they've got 2 units of catapults and ballistas. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be stupid. Okay, and the terrain is not exactly in our favor. Alright, Balin, we're going to keep you back here. And then you guys, yeah, you're the pikes. I'm going to keep you guys over here. There we go. First Legion. Merchant Cavalry, I'm going to keep you way over here on the side, just in case there's an opportunity to flank their siege equipment. Alright, these Troll Avengers are going to be particularly tough. All that damn siege equipment is going to be horrible for us. Oh shit. Damn, those catapults are going to be egregious. We're going to lose a lot of dwarves just because of those catapults. Okay, come on, ballistas. Come on. Accurate shots. Take them out. You can do it. Oh, we killed 1 troll already. That's good. Keep it up. Keep it up. No, no. Wrong target. Hit the catapult. Hit the catapult. Alright, grape shot. I need to take out a lot of those trolls. Those trolls are gonna F us up. Oh, dang, did I miss that? Holy cow, one more volley, we can wipe out the whole unit. Oh, yeah, okay, that's looking great. Come on, only 2 left. We're not gonna kill them all, but that's okay. Only 2 left, it's not gonna be that bad. They'll go down in a heartbeat. We're taking out their siege equipment. Man, I love these ballistas. Okay, so one thing the ballistas actually do right. They can take out siege equipment rather quickly. They've already done a great job at this point. Alright, fall back, fall back. I think those catapults are trying to go after our Khazâd reclaimers, which is fine with me.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Alright, ballistas, keep firing. Shit. Yep, they screwed that up. Okay. Come on, kill those 2 dang trolls. They're not that tough. Fall back, Ballin. I need you to come over here and fill in the gaps. Come on, kill these troll avengers. There's only 2. There you go, you got 1. Right, the cavalry is going to cause a lot of pressure against my best shock troops. Already bad enough for fighting Pale Uruks here. I can at least get my cavalry go after those catapults, silence those things, while my reclaimers come around over here. We can hit these guys. Okay, we killed off the last of the trolls. That's good. Where's my catapult? Ballista crew. I can't get my siege equipment back, unfortunately. Alright, my spears are holding out. That's the good news. Yeah, we're losing a lot of reclaimers now. Alright, how are we doing over here? Are we holding? We seem to be holding. Yeah, we're going to be suffering some high casualties here. I need to silence this damn equipment. Come on, reclaimers. Let's go. Alright, hit that ballista crew. Wipe them out quickly. Alright, we're doing over here. We're doing okay on the left. You guys have held out very well. We're thinning out their cavalry. I need to keep my crews together. If I can yep, I can reclaim the catapults. Wonderful, wonderful. Alright, need you guys to move forward. We need to start pushing now. This is the opportunity. Push now, push now.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
Alright, let's not let that general get away.
Capture the enemy general. That will teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so this army's going to be on the run soon. Alright, we don't need the catapults anymore. We're all good on that. We'll leave it up to the crossbows to take out some of these guys here. Alright, these guys are running. Bandits did pretty good. Not too bad. Alright, we've taken command of this field. Rest of that army's on the run. All I gotta do is get the bandits to intercept these guys. And then the merchant cavalry to kind of do the rest. Dwarven crossbows, hold off on your shots. Yeah, it's a good thing I've got the bandits, because these guys are pretty fast. I'm hoping they'll catch up with them. And we did kill the general properly, so at least we didn't let him get away. Actually, that's his bodyguard. I want to make sure we cut him down. Cut that bodyguard down. Yeah, this is far from being a total wipeout, so hurry up over here. Yep. Make sure that general's dead. Well, he is dead, just his bodyguard needs to be gone too. Otherwise, for some reason, if the bodyguard escapes to some extent, the general seems to revive himself magically. Another weird issue sometimes the mod has. Yeah, bandits, I'm not sure if they're doing much to catch up with these guys. Okay, we let way too many get away that way. That's stupid. Catch up with these guys then. Come on. Alright, we'll get these guys over here. Oh, you guys can intercept them. Where are my crossbows? Alright, yep, that's the last of them. Okay, good volley, good volley. Yeah, it's not a wipeout, unfortunately. That's where we failed in this battle. Not a proper wipeout. But at least the general's killed. Oh, okay, so it is a wipeout then. Nice. There we go. Unfortunately, Balin's forces took some casualties there, but he's still in very good fighting condition. The cavalry is still very much intact. That's good. So now I feel more confident about sending him back in this direction. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to send him back this way. And I need to get Owen on the move as well. I might send Owen in here to help out. But it's good that we can now rely on the Halls of Owen to provide some more troops. Figured that would be an appropriate name to give former Goblin Town, now that it belongs to the dwarves again. Okay, I'm gonna have to move my Dwarven Cavalry this way, because we're gonna need some Dwarven Cavalry to help fight against Isengard. Sending everybody I can. Problem is, we just have way too many troops. It's gonna hurt our income going into the future, with this many troops on the field. I'm still not entirely sure what approach to take with Gundabad yet. I feel like we're gonna have to We're gonna have to fight them on an open field in Valesman territory first. Like, at least deal several knockout blows to them militarily, and then maybe they'll be so weak that we can start pushing northwards and either take Rakeburg or Framsburg. But from there, it's going to be a long, hard struggle because Gundabad has a lot of opportunities to flank us once we try to hit either one of these regions. If we hit Framsburg, we got to make sure we have a huge army there. Or Rakeburg, we need to make sure our numbers are strong. But the fact they hold Tartafalin down here makes the situation more complicated because it means that if I head to Rakeburg, it makes sense for us to liberate Tartafalin first to avoid getting flanked in the south. Because I know I can't really rely on the Valesmen to go on the offensive here. They're too weak, unfortunately. Yeah, if we engage right now, the Valesmen are totally doomed. They just don't have the quality of troops that they desperately need to fight the snow orcs. That's the problem. They're not in a good position to do that. Alright, we'll just let this turn end. I need to start putting some troops back in that fortress up there to save some money. Because they don't really need to be standing right next to Lim here. If an attack comes, they can get back there quickly. Yeah, and Isengard's numbers are swelling in the region. We have to make a move now. Otherwise, they'll get too strong and they'll start taking other territory. Alright, well, the Valesmen are about to get some help. They're not totally alone just yet. We'll have to watch out for Mount Graham. It's possible Agmar will try to flank us. Okay, we're still in the green. That's good. We definitely need to stop recruiting more troops. I'm putting these guys back to save some money. Because Dwarven troops are very expensive. I would love to hire some mercenaries. I just don't think we're in a good place to do so at the moment. Alright, and this guy's heading over. He's going to be the next leader of dwarves. Probably best we get a fairground going here. We need to start focusing on way more economic infrastructure. So where are we sitting here? Khazad West, we finished the merchant bank. That's good. I'll retrain the cavalry. And then you guys... Yeah, we might as well do Merchant's Quarter, right? The Mithril mines would help out, but the biggest difference would be getting some actual territory again. I just feel so restricted right now. I can't really go anywhere.
My king. Aye, lord.
Alright, you'll just continue following this road.
Move out. Aye. For I am but an ally, lord.
We need to start getting you up in this direction over here.
My king.
I think what we should do...
Have a taste of my blade.
Yeah, we should definitely try to cut these guys off.
Gonna stick you.
Because we can destroy this entire army here. But we definitely need to stop recruiting more troops because the economy can barely handle it right now. Alright, at least the roads are done in 2 more turns. What are you working, guys? What are you guys working on? Farm? Oh, that's right, the archery range. You guys are working on that. You are almost halfway done with a great market. Okay. I don't know if we really need a general down here. I don't think it's entirely necessary, but you know what? I could have you come over here and build some more watchtowers. That'll help.
Have a taste of my
Now this is a much bigger threat to deal with. So that's why we have to keep these reserves here just in case. The absolute best troops. You check on over here in the Drakarn. Now the worst news is if they head for this territory over here, I will not be able to help them because there is no way my dwarves will be able to get there on time. Yeah, we should try to cut these guys off. If we deplete this entire army, if we destroy this entire army here, it's just one step further to either moving towards Tarfalin or Rakeburg over here. Ideally, I think the best, maybe the better strategy would be liberate Tarfalin, if we can, because Balin can group up with these troops over here. We can make a conjoined effort to take Tarfalin, maybe even give it back to the Woodland Elves. And then from there, we just push straight for Rakeburg, or maybe even start threatening Dane's Halls, because if we take these three regions away from them, that means it'll be a lot easier to narrow down the front against Gundabad and focus on taking out the rest of them piece by piece. Because right now, it's too wide of a front to concentrate on, and Gundabad has a lot of opportunities to flank us no matter where we attack in either of these directions. If we hit Framsburg, there's easily opportunities for them to flank us and circle us. If we hit Rakeburg too soon, they could flank us from the south here, they could hit us from the west. But Tarfalin seems to be just isolated enough where, given the circumstances, we can take it relatively quickly. And then once we give this back to the elves, it'll be a lot easier for us to start pushing back north again. What the Frank? Hey brother, hey, good to have you in the stream chat. Always appreciate your support, Frank. Let's save that. Alright, I'm going to see if I can cut these guys off, stop their retreat back into Snow Orc territory. They don't have a general leading them, that'll make it a lot easier. They don't exactly have trolls with them, but they have half-trolls. Siege equipment and the wargs make them more annoying, but at least they don't have catapults. Alright, let's take these guys out. Let's do this quickly. Alright, and let's make sure we're putting these ballistas to good use. They are the perfect anti-siege weapon. Here we go. Because the ballistas did a great job last battle taking out a lot of those catapults. It's probably the #1 reason why you should have ballistas. Alright. Best shock troops. Let's keep you over here. And some more of our shock troops. We'll keep you on this side. I'll keep you guys over there. And Balin, let's try to keep you back here. It's not looking too bad. I think this could work. Okay, they're magically over there now, which is super annoying. I mean, can't we just be facing the right direction for once? Okay, so merchant cavalry, you're gonna start moving in this direction, slowly but surely. I need you guys to get your fucking shit together and turn that crap around. Why are the catapults still not in the right position? Get over here. Alright, you can't fire yet. You're gonna hit our own damn catapults. Damn it, catapults, move! Move! Go around the rock. Alright, come on. Alright, I need you to take out those ballistas. Aim for those ballistas. Alright, did you already hit some equipment? Alright, not yet, but hit the ballistas. Come on, take them out. Take them out for me. Alright, doing a good job so far. Keep up with the grape shot. I just need to take out those ballistas. If I can do that, I'll have complete control of this battlefield. Alright, just keep the merchant cavalry over there. I'm going to start bringing you guys further along this way. I want to see if we can try to lure them in this direction. Are those ballistas actually hitting any of their equipment? Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, they're getting some shots in. Wonderful. Is it just one left? Is it just one ballista? I think it is. It's one ballista left. Man, I love these things. I love these ballistas. Keep it up, guys. You're doing so amazing. Actually, hit those pale Urdiks. They're just begging to be shot at. Alright, is that it? Nope, there's one more left. Come on. Come on, hit that ballista. Destroy it. Alright, these guys are about to get a mouthful of grape shot. Let's watch the chaos unfold. Oh! Alright, that was like a third of their unit wiped out. Look at that. Even that thick Uruk-hai armor won't save them. Alright, come on. Don't let one ballista outperform you. One lucky shot is all we need. Alright, I guess they're just allowing their pale Urdiks to take all the grape shot there. Easily one of their best units getting decimated. Alright, I'm gonna have you guys hit this Black Shield Warband. Might be able to catch more of these troops in the crossfire. Alright, crossbows, keep firing. Oh, actually, we should hit these half trolls here. Yeah, those are perfect targets. Very big. Come on, ballista, take it out. Come on. One shot. Alright, retreat. Nope, fall back, guys. Alright, we destroyed the last of their siege equipment. That's good. I'm not going to worry about using the cavalry just yet. Alright, Balin, need you to move in. Come on, guys. I told you to fall back. It's not an invitation to stay and fight and get killed. Come on, guys. Reform. Reform your line. It's a total mess.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Alright, keep hitting those marauders. I'm gonna need you guys to come around and flank these guys. Okay, my sentries are getting butchered over there. Are there any other troops I can send? Yeah, because my left could be in trouble. My center could be even more trouble. Yeah, we're gonna suffer very high casualties here, unfortunately.
Badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
And I still can't flank with my cavalry because they still got these damn marauders here. Yeah, I better start aiming for these guys in particular. These half-trolls are way more of a problem than I thought they'd be. My sentries are getting wiped out over here. Balin, I'm gonna need you to come back over here and help out. What is it with these half-trolls? There's still 11 of them left? Yeah, the problem is we allowed too many of our units to get encircled. We should have kept tighter formations here. 30% casualties. Oh my goodness. And these guys are still fighting on so stubbornly. Alright, our shock troops took a pretty heavy toll right there, so now I gotta get them to ring around over here. What is it with these half-trolls? I thought there was 11 left. How is there 18? I'm not getting enough of these guys to waver. Yeah, the bandits got completely wiped out, needless to say.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Yeah, Balin's gonna have to go back for sure. Army is too depleted. What I'm gonna have to do is start getting way more of these First Legion troops in. Because I think it's pretty clear the sentries are the ones taking the most casualties. They're struggling to hold the front lines. They're just dealing with a quality of orc that's a lot stronger than, of course, anything the goblins threw at us.
Down.
Alright, come on, merchant cavalry. God, my merchant cavalry is so useless. I hate having to rely on these guys. Catch up to the orcs and cut them off. Come on. Any other level of cavalry is more reliable than merchant. I don't know what it is with merchant cavalry. It's like they're missing one too many brain cells, but they just can't seem to get the job done most of the time. Yeah, 34% is pretty high. I think at best you might be able to bring it down to 28. And how on earth are you not getting these guys? Alright, watch these guys get away. I mean, honestly, I don't think it really matters. Oh, actually, it is a decent number. Let's try to catch up to them if we can. Come on, merchant cavalry.
victory we have won here today.
25%. Alright, well, we still lost well over 600. Alright, so in one turn, 2 turns, I would say, we've inflicted 2 defeats on Gundabad. I'm going to have you start marching this way, see if we can cut this guy off. We have reinforcements on the way. They'll be there in a couple of turns. What I'll need to do is, when the opportunity arises, I'm going to get some of these guys merged together. The rest will be sent back to Halls of Owen. And then we'll get all these troops rushing to the front. I think Methelburg should be fine, but if Gundabad comes down here with a full stack, it could be a problem. Alright, good thing the siege crew recovered most of their casualties. That's good. The shield guard isn't too bad. They're a bit battered, but not horrible. Shock troops have definitely taken some casualties. But overall, I don't think the situation is that bad. I just think we need to get way more of those First Legion troops. Alright, and this army should be ready to move fairly soon. We don't have as many professional troops here as I was hoping for. Yeah, I'll have to recruit some more, unfortunately. Because the Khazâd sentries, I really shouldn't be relying on these guys that much. Their stats are okay, but you're going up against Uruk-hai now, so that's a different story entirely. Also, you don't have enough crossbows whatsoever, so you need to make your way down.
That'll do 'em today, sire.
And I'm going to get you guys moving over there too.
Onward. We've marched our limit.
Whatever we can rush at the moment.
Move out.
And just so we have an abundance of options, I'll get some more troops going in these regions too, just to put in this fort. There we go. Okay, Dale looks like it could actually take Dol Guldur. Man, I really wish I could help them. I really wish I could help them. I'm just strapped against Gundabad right now. Alright, they are definitely going to push for Methelburg. Maybe this is what we need. We need them to attack us so that they can make a big blunder, and then our counterattack can happen shortly after. Alright, I'm going to try to avoid spending any more money on troops. But this guy is totally ready to go with his troops. So I'm going to send out the catapult, the ballista for sure. All these guys are going to get moving. Same with you guys. I need you guys to move down here too. And you guys got to catch up as well. Just so we have some more Dwarven cavalry. Now, we'll have to deal with that mess, unfortunately. And these guys don't seem too bad. I feel like I can work around the ballistas. They still have the Uruk-hai Warg Riders, very tough, but there's ways to work around that. Most of these guys don't look too bad. In fact, I would say it looks slightly easier than dealing with the snow orcs, but I'm going to start moving these guys this way. Next turn, you're going to start moving into seeing if we can reclaim Dunlardic. And because Isengard, let me see here, because they're not at war with the Dunedain, once I take this region, I'll give it to the Dunedain, because I think Isengard is too scared of the Dunedain right now, since they're so strong. Alright, you need to start focusing on stuff to make us money. Probably best to do a market for now. Erui. It's too bad we have to keep so many troops here because of Dol Guldur. Alright, and where did that huge army of orcs go? They're still sitting down there, aren't they? I might send Dor this way, depending on the circumstances. I just don't even know what troops I can give him. Unless I were to completely empty out Erui and march eastwards, that would be a huge gamble. But if Dale can take this back, it'll be such a huge turning point for the war in Mirkwood. I mean, they're already winning, but it would be not so much a turning point, but it would be the ultimate nail in the coffin. Final nail in the coffin is what I would say. Can't seem to find the right words or phrases. But it would be the final nail in the coffin for Dol Guldur and Mirkwood if they can take this back. Alright, so you guys need to move north. Yeah, this guy is trying to quietly sneak out. I could try to kill him now, but I feel like I need to send Balin back. I think what I'll do is this. The shock troops need to be sent back. The crossbows are okay. The cavalry is still doing great. Alright, and Dol Guldur still commands a very strong presence over here, so if we take back Tarfaline, I definitely want to give it back to the elves. I wonder if there's a way for us... I mean, should we try to sneak through the woods and take Tarfaline? Because right now, the numbers are too great over here. It'd be very difficult to take this. And they are sending more troops down this way. So now we need to prepare ourselves for an attack coming in this direction. Alright, let's have you focus on a market as well. Do we really need this beast breeder? I don't think it really does anything for us, so I'm going to destroy that. Yeah, there's nothing else here. Okay. And of course, Mount Graham still holding out. I don't have a spy here, I don't think, so come over here and check and see what Agmar is up to.
Of course, sire.
It will be an honor defeating you.
Alright, these guys look like they're going to hold out. Yep, another 7 more turns. That's fine. Once I take Mount Graham, that's going to help our economy a lot more. We can justify recruiting more troops again. In fact, once we take Dunlardic, and I'm confident the Dunedain can hold it, I can probably help the Dunlendings elsewhere a little bit. But, best case scenario, I could send the dwarves back, and we can send a lot of these troops eastwards over the mountains. Actually, we have a good reserve of troops here that we don't really need to keep in Fenholm anymore. So I might send them elsewhere. In fact, the mercenaries can join them. Yeah, the sellswords can definitely join. They don't really need to be cooped up here, so let's get you guys moving too. Alright, as annoying as this is, I really don't want this guy to get away. I'd rather just kill this general now if I can. Yeah, let's kill him off. I don't want those troops getting away to fight another day. Alright, and then after this, Balin's army is going to take a little bit of a break. These guys have fought enough battles. I'm glad the crossbows aren't doing too bad. Extremely important here. Alright, what else have we got here? Yep, you guys will stay over here. Still got our cell swords. Wow, the cell swords recovered a lot of their casualties. That's good to see. Alright, I'm going to keep the merchant cavalry hidden. You guys will come in and help deal with the stragglers. Somehow they still have freaking siege equipment. Now you guys gotta start shooting as soon as they're in range. Same with you guys. No messing about. Alright, let's use some grape shot on those guys. Ballistas, I need you to take their ballistas out quickly. Alright, good canister shot. Alright, who are they trying to hit? Balin? Nope, they are so obsessed with my effing reclaimers. They just don't want to leave those guys alone. Alright, walk back slowly. Let them come after you. Alright, let's see if we can kill their general off early. Alright, fall back.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Ah, crap.
Good tidings! The enemy general lies dead. We have sent the cur to hell. The enemy army flees the field. After them, cut the cowards down.
Alright, crossbows, that's enough. Time to let the cavalry come in and deal with the rest.
Be in awe of the victory we have won here today.
Okay, I only lost 65 troops, but we got rid of that general. And that's less siege equipment they'll have access to.
We're set for an ambush. Our proud victories! Honor, my lord. Aye, sire.
Alright, I'm gonna go... Yeah, I'll just go ahead and merge these guys together, I suppose.
My king.
Alright, so it's not too many troops I have to send back. I think I'll still keep some of these guys intact. I'd like to see if I can get these guys retrained. So I'll start sending you back now. Balin is going to stay behind here. I'll have to see how vulnerable Tarfaline really is. Yeah, because that's nothing to deal with. These guys clearly have some siege equipment I'll have to deal with. But I'll go ahead and send Balin this way, just in case. If we really need his help at Methelberg, won't be too bad. I should probably send these guys back. Can I even get crossbows here yet? No, because I still haven't built a practice range. Let's increase these taxes a bit. In the meantime, I can give these guys more siege equipment. That just makes sense. More archers and more spears. There we go. That way we've got a stronger force to work with here. If these guys choose to attack, we should have a pretty decent force to work with. I might trade some cavalry. Yeah, in fact, I might send you over here to help out Balin. And then to strengthen the defenses, I'll give you some sentries as well. How much free upkeep do we get in this area? 2 from the wall, from the city itself. Yeah, 2. That makes it 6 from the Chieftain's Hall. Yeah, I'll destroy that. So only 6 units altogether get free upkeep, so that means it just makes more sense to start putting more of these guys here. I'll put 1 extra one there, and another one over here. There we go. Yeah, that should be helpful. And you know what, to save on some upkeep, let's put the war goats back over here. Because we don't really need them there for the siege. And yeah, I wonder what the situation really looks like over here. Like, how is Dale getting this far? Oh yeah, they're really destroying Dol Guldur right now. If they can take back Two Store, they can focus all their efforts entirely on taking Dol Guldur. And then Dale combined with Dorwinion will be an unstoppable alliance. They can even take on Mordor together. Yeah, Dale might actually have this in the bag, but I'll do what I can to send some troops to help them. Gondor definitely looking like it's seeing its very last days. Doesn't look like it's going to be long now, unfortunately. Rohan still holding on to Edoras. Only doing so because Mordor seems to be too distracted elsewhere. And then Isengard really starting to, yeah. Enedwaith looks like it's on its last legs over here. They've got nothing left. No real troops left for fighting. They are completely exhausted. And the Dunlendings are really struggling now. It's not good news. It means I have to spend my time helping a faction that I'm actually supposed to destroy. Because if they get wiped out, I have to deal with all of Isengard attacking me in Osten-Ethel. So, that's pretty bad. Alright, I'm going to send Dor back this way. Because now I feel like there's extra motivation for us to come back and help out against Dol Guldur. I mean, as long as Dale can keep them busy. Baruk Khazâd, my brother. Hey, RNG. Good to have you here. Yeah, if Dale can completely deal with Dol Guldur entirely, that's going to save us a lot of trouble. In fact, they could help Lothlorien deal with Mordor. And then I don't have to worry about my southern flank as much. Because Gundabad is going to take a long time to destroy. A very long time. Alright, the Cornered Dragon. Okay, the sleeping dragon awakens in the hearts of the men and women of the East. Angered and united, the tribes of Rune take up arms with a fierce fire in their eyes. Despite their recent decline, the tribes now stand tall and have amassed a great force that will put the lesser orc hordes to shame. With hearts that burn hotter than any flame arrow, and golden armor that shines brighter than the Arkenstone those measly dwarves are so proud of. Taste our ferocity, be burned by our tenacity, for fire spreads across the Sea of Rune, and the foreboding tide will sweep across Rovanian, laying waste to our enemies once again. Okay, so the Easterlings have launched their final Doom stack. We keep sending these guys in this direction. I think the elves should be fine over here, especially if they got Celeborn leading a very strong army. The orcs gonna need a lot of numbers to deal with that. Yeah, I wish I could help them out against Mordor down here, but I'm already strapped for manpower as it is. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna build anything here. At least this is almost done with the Great Market. Nope, I'm gonna leave that alone. Might have you build an armorer. Probably wait till next turn to do that. Alright, and dwarves, I think it's about time that we sent you down here to retake Dunlardic. Now is the opportunity to do so. My only concern is if the Uruk-hai will send over a huge army here in about a couple of turns. More than likely, but we gotta take it now while there's a chance. Okay, so, Valesmen, you seem to be doing okay here. And the Snow Orcs are once again trying to gang up on Methelburg. I think I'll put you guys in this fort. Kind of hold out. Don't really need you here. Alright, so I could bring Balin back over here, or Owen could lead these troops, force the Snow Orcs into an uphill battle. That would be interesting. Because these guys have just arrived, so I should really take advantage of any opportunity there is to take territory. I still think Tarfaline is the best objective overall. I'm going to start bringing you up this way. And then Balin's going to come over here and meet up with you guys eventually. But we definitely need to deal with the Snow Orcs here. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. Tirthuin. Do we really need this many troops here? Plus, are we even getting that much free upkeep? Yeah, this place is possibly costing us money. Oh, this War Breeder can go. That doesn't need to be there. So, Great Miners Hall gives us four units with free upkeep. Oh, so we get 8 altogether here. Okay, so we're not paying for anything here. That's good. That is good. But I know this place, yeah, we have a lot of dwarves here. 4 from the Great Miners Hall. Nothing from this. Nothing from the armorer. Yeah, I think I can move some of you guys elsewhere, so I'm going to take some of these sentries and put them in this fort. So by next turn, you'll be able to besiege Dunlardic. I might just take it right away, but I have a bad feeling Isengard's going to come out of nowhere to defend it. Huge stack army. And Dol Guldur looks like it's pretty strapped on manpower, so if we were to start attacking now, it would stretch them out incredibly thin. That's why I'm kind of wondering if it's worth emptying out this entire garrison, because it's a fairly strong army. But unfortunately, Dor would have no cavalry with him unless I can hire some mercenaries quickly.
My king, an honor, my lord.
Alright, let's save this like so. Because I'm going to get all of my troops up here. I want the Snow Orcs to attack me up here. We have the high ground. We should be able to survive this.
Aye, lord. Move out. By your will, sire.
Yeah, we force them into an uphill battle. It'll be much easier for us to contend with these guys. I'll give this a try here. Okay, finally, some decent terrain to work with. Not bad. Not bad at all. Plus, we have some grape shot here, so that's going to be tremendous for us. We've got 2 sets of ballistas, so we'll easily be able to outrange their ballistas before they can get in range. Goat cavalry will stay up there. We have... Yeah, we have a decent amount of spear units. Not bad. But of course, it just helps us out that we have Owen up here too. Keep the extra general in the back, just in case. I think I'll have you guys form the left, because if you start charging down on their flank... There we go. That's going to be good. Yeah, we have a lot of Dwarven archers. Maybe more than we should have. That's okay. I'll work with that. Alright, and the crossbows. Let's go ahead and get you guys right over here. Alright, I think that's about it. There we go. Alright, let's force these guys into an uphill battle. Let's make them regret coming in this direction. Yeah, I want you to kill those half-trolls for sure. Alright, Dwarven archers are in range. That's good. You guys need to aim for the half-trolls. Good, good. You're in range of those ballistas now. That's good. Need you to take out those ballistas. Alright, good. You're taking out that siege equipment. Excellent. Keep it up, keep it up. Yeah, we gotta deplete those half-trolls. They're gonna be a major problem for us once they start charging. But at least we're taking out some of those ballistas. You guys need to reform quickly. Like, don't mess around. Reform, reform. Dwarven archers need to take out that cavalry now. Alright, we're reducing their numbers. That's good. Alright, fall back, fall back.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright, come on, goat cavalry. Smash those guys. Told you guys to retreat. Crap, we're in trouble over here. Shoot. Thank God I got the Mithril Guard over there. Yeah, they can't take out the Mithril Guard. Way too late to deal with that. Alright, come on, cavalry. Run away already. Alright, you guys are holding. Hold out longer. Alright, general, move around over here. Come on, guys. Reform. Reform.
Onward and break the spirit of his army.
Alright, hit those ballistas. We don't have to deal with them anymore.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
What, do they have 2 of these damn units here? These savage half-trolls? Alright. Now even the half-trolls are on the run. Alright, good work, dwarves. Got him on the run. Alright, let's have you guys stop shooting.
Look how our cowardly foe runs. It is time to press the attack.
Okay, kept it down to 15% casualties, so it's going to be lower than that when this battle's done. Yeah, why are these goats so slow? Oh my goodness, they can't even catch up to them. I mean, this is embarrassing. They can't even catch up to the orcs running away. It's so bad.
This is a clear victory.
Yeah, they still got away with like 500 orcs, unfortunately. Should have left some of the light cavalry behind. That would have been useful. Alright, so at least we got those guys out of the way.
Aye,
Not too bad.
aye, sire. Aye. March.
Now, more than likely, these guys are going to come back over here too.
Aye, my liege. My king. Aye. My king.
I think I'll put you guys in this fort, and the rest of you will go back here. There you go.
Aye. Aye, sire. Aye.
Alright, is there anybody that I can retrain at all? Nope, not at all, unfortunately.
Aye, sire. Aye, noble sire.
Alright, and as for Balin,
My king.
just need to figure out what we're going to do with him.
Aye, lord.
I think I might send some of you guys back. Nah, I think I'll just keep you guys together, it's fine.
My king. Aye. My king. Aye, lord.
Alright, and then for Balin, start having you creep in this direction. We could reach Tarfaline in 2 turns, so keep you over here for now. If I move you up there now, he could make it by next turn, but these guys are still behind, so need to wait until the rest of the party catches up. I need you guys to keep an eye on the road down here. And then you guys need to come over here. Oh. Alright, so they still got the elves over here. That's good. So at least they have some presence over here.
Aye, my liege.
So at this point, we have now fought 3 battles against Gundabad. Technically 4, since we did kill off that one general trying to run away. But now what we need to do is capitalize on our initial gains and start taking some territory for real. Ah, darn. Dale's dealing with a setback now. As I anticipated. I expected Dale was not going to be able to take it right away. Hopefully they won't give up that easily. Alright, and they're fleeing back up north. That's good. Alright, Gondor's leader is dead. Enedwite's leader is dead. The Axe's Bite. Alright, so now the Dunlending Doom stack has been launched. So that means they are really having a hard time. Alright, and we have arrived in the nick of time to take back Dunlodic. I don't know if they have lost this region yet. I don't think they have. I hope they're not about to. That would be awful. Alright, we should take out these guys now. Get them out of the way. We can force them to a good fight. Clans of Enedwaith. Alright, well, I knew they weren't going to hold out long, so that was to be expected. Okay, are there any other places? Actually, you kind of need a governor, don't you? Not really. Since it's just a fortress, I don't see the point in putting a governor there. Not yet, anyways. In fact, I should probably take you up north, because eventually we're going to have to start taking some territory from Gundabad and actually govern it, so I'm going to have you move this way for me. Might start hiring some mercenaries, because again, I would like to help out Dale over here if I can. I think the elves are fine down here for the time being. It would require me to get some more troops moving. I think it's best that we build roads here. Yeah, we should do that, because we got to get troops moving through here a lot faster. Okay, let's go ahead and group some of these guys together. The rest will have to be sent back. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, never mind. Alright, so who am I sending back then? Good question. I'll send you back. Definitely send you guys back. Maybe you as well. Yeah, we'll get you guys retrained. And then the ones that are ready to go. Let's see here. Yeah, we got some more volunteers ready to go. I'll just send out the sentries for now. You'll just serve as reserves. The rest of you guys are fine too. I need to get an army barracks built here, but that's still going to take some time. Okay, and check around over here. Nope, no presence from Agmar. I don't think we ever have to worry about Agmar being a threat over here. Because as long as the Dunedain continue to watch over this area, they're not going to try to cross over. Or if they try to, the Dunedain will counter them. Oh, let's check the construction panel. Alright, we will build... I might hold off on construction for a bit. Okay. Alright, I'll figure out what to do with Door. It's probably going to be something for next stream. Things look okay up here. I just have to figure out my next move with Balin. In fact, I think I might just start having him march to these woods here, because I would like to take Tarfaline. Like, if it's in its current state, if Balin were to take a full stack army and take out these guys in one turn, Tarfaline would be ours. That's very reasonable to deal with. I can deal with that much for sure. But I don't know what else is hiding in these woods. Oh yeah, they got that huge-ass army right there. That won't be easy. But it has to begin somewhere. We take Tarfaline, that's going to help us out a lot. And I think Methelburg is more... Yeah, they are definitely strong enough to defend this territory, so I'm not worried about them. I really shouldn't be. They're fine. How much free upkeep do we get here? That's a good question. Nothing from that. 3 from the slave hall, but that eventually converts into some sort of town hall. 2 from the militia garrison, so 5 altogether then. Yeah, so I'm not paying for anything for these guys. That's good. Okay, so let's at least see if we can take Dunlardic. And then, oh crap, I completely forgot to make sure I have an emissary near the Dunedain, didn't I?
Be of service?
Yeah, I at least need an emissary. He's the only one that's close to the Dunedain, so I can't exhaust his movement points. Let me just go back and make sure he's good to go. Because as soon as I take Dunlardic, I want to sell it to the Dunedain.
Awaiting your command.
Yeah, he's close by. That's good. Alright, I'll just merge these guys again. There we go.
Aye, sire. Aye, king. Aye, lord. Aye. March. Aye, sire. Aye. Aye, lord. Move out. Aye, sire. Aye, lord. Aye. Forward. Aye. My king.
Alright, and like I said, I'm going to send you over in this direction. Yeah, let's do that. Let's send you in that direction. Alright, we're going to take out the Urukai near Dunlardic. Because this is a very small force. I'm going to try to make this work if I can.
March to glory.
Yep.
We march to battle. A proud victory. And if I could, by your will, sire, we shall engage. We shall hold them to siege, sire.
Is there really no way I can get these guys to come out and fight on an open field?
Aye, noble sire. We march to battle. Victory! Leading the men with honor, sire.
Alright, and how many do we lose if we take this now? Yeah, that's a bit of a... That's a bit of a bruise, but it's not bad.
A proud victory! We have
Alright, we'll sack this settlement. And... I mean, I know if we keep it, we're going to be defending against Isengar's attacks for a very long time. So I think it's just best that we give it to the Dunedain. I'm not going to destroy too much. Yeah, we'll keep the barracks. We'll keep the barracks for them. Apothecary, why not? Yeah, no one needs that war breeder. And then Tanner's Guild as well. Why not? I'm gonna get these guys out of here, march them back home. And we'll help the Dunlendings fight elsewhere. So I'm gonna send my spy back this way. Yeah, they seem to have a good grasp over Byrig. No problem with that. We'll go ahead and save this, because now it's time for us to negotiate with the Dunedain about giving them... What's it called again? This silly region, Dunlardic. That's right. Okay. Alright, so... I'm going to go ahead and give region Dunlardic. And how about... I mean, you're very wealthy, so...
It's good to see we could have another worthy proposal then. Excellent. This proposal
Alright, can't get a military access yet, but... No, alliance. Can't get an alliance yet, but... At least they now have Dunlardic.
Aye, sire.
Alright, and these guys still have a very strong army, so they only lost a bunch of their sentries, but that's okay.
I'm gonna stick you.
Alright, if we need to, we'll attack these guys next stream, is what I'm thinking. I need my spy to stick around over here, keep track of Isengard's movements. If we need more troops, we can always get some more from this area. And also, Tirthuin... Yep, let's start building some more stuff now. So, practice range for sure. We can get some more troops here later, if need be. We'll do Telkaran Armorer. And, you know what? It might be time to start building those Mithril mines, right? Oh, this still has 9 more turns left. 1 more for the Great Market. That's great.
My king.
Alright, I think we're going to start moving Balin into these woods here. Gonna save that really quick. See if that's something I'm going to do.
Aye. Onward. Honor.
You know, I wish you could stay hidden, but I guess not. Guess you're not going to stay hidden then. Keep an eye on their movements here. Yeah, we got plenty of line of sight here, so if they decide to come down in this direction, we'll know well in advance.
Noble son. Setting a vigilant watch.
Alright, I'm going to decrease taxes to encourage growth a little bit more. Alright, even if Isengard does take this back, they'll be going to war against the Dunedain. So they'll be ticking the Dunedain off quite a bit doing that.
Aye, noble son.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save that. Oh, Dale's got more troops around. That's good. You know what? I'm going to go over there and help them out. I'm going to see if I can help them take back Dol Guldur. Take back what was formerly known as Amon Lunk. That would be amazing. Alright, for some reason snow orcs are falling back there. We may have an opportunity to take Tarfaline. That is, if Balin has just enough movement points to make it work. Lothian's leader is dead. That is not good. Dunlin dwindles. Okay, so some bad news across the front. It looks like Lord Celeborn is dead. That is a huge blow.
On my way.
It's not good.
Fight for your people as if they were my king.
Are you ready to keep moving?
Set a watch. Come here. Where to? Aye, sire.
Okay, this may be our opportunity to come down and help. I think we're gonna move those troops in a little bit. Dunlendings and Dominion of Isengard. Alright, so that's good. So now they've stopped fighting. That's very good.
Aye, noble son. Yes, my king.
Alright, I need to send my spy up here. Yeah, Isengard controlling this is not good. So I really need the Dunedain to come down here and give them heck. Alright, let's check on construction. Khazad finished the Great Market. That's good. Let's get some more crossbows. We can't go wrong with that. And you guys gotta start building the Mithril mines for the first time. Finally get that done. Ethelberg. Let's go ahead and start building large pig farm. That's pretty cheap. Actually, you know what? We could use a barracks. Let's do a barracks instead. You're way behind on the infrastructure.
Aye, sire. Aye, my
Yeah, these guys are not going to be able to hit Tarfaline, unfortunately. They still need more time. Yeah, I think Tarfaline is going to be too complicated to take. So this spy is going to have to go through here.
Continuing tomorrow, sire.
Yep, and that'll be done in one more turn. That's good.
My king. Honor.
In fact, I might have you move in this direction.
We march to glory.
Alright, so I think what I'll do is, if the Dunlendings don't block this bridge, I'm going to cross over there, swing around, and besiege Tharbad on that side. Because if I can take Tharbad, I'll either keep it for myself, or I'll give it to the Dunedain. Put another catapult here, can't go wrong with that. Alright, we don't really need the army barracks here. Alright, and then for you guys, let's see here. Yeah, we're good on troops here.
Aye, Lord.
I don't think we have any issues here at all, so
Aye.
I'm going to send
Aye, sire.
you guys in here for now.
Aye. Forward.
This place surrenders in 4 turns,
Aye, my king. Yes, sire. Of course.
and Agmar still holds on to Latesh.
Aye. My king.
Yeah, for the time being, I don't think it's a good idea to keep heading towards this region. Gundabad is sending a lot of troops over here. We may have to go back across the river to see if there's a weaker target to hit. The roads here seem fairly expedient, so if we're fast enough, we could just hit Rakiburg. But the real question is, what lies for us beyond Rakiburg?
On my way. Moving quietly.
Yeah, because they still hold on to Dane's Halls up here. So Dane's Halls would have to be taken too. But if we did take Rakiburg and we can actually hold it, the elves could actually keep them busy over here in Tarfaline as well.
My liege.
Yeah, the only thing is I just don't want to deal with Gundabad ganging up on me with their numbers. That's the problem. Their numbers are a huge issue.
Aye. My king.
So either head back west and head up towards Rakiburg. We could be there in a short period of time, but then these guys will assemble rather quickly. Or... yeah, because if I start heading to Tarfaline now, they're going to focus all their troops over here, and then I'll be hopelessly outnumbered. I think the element of surprise is already spent, unfortunately. Yeah, it's hard to say what we should do. I'm going to head back up this way.
My king. March. Aye, noble sire. I'm gonna
Yeah, we'll get this guy back over here. And then I'm going to start getting Dor's troops moving east. But now we need to keep a careful eye on Mordor's movements. If they've killed off Celeborn, that's not good. So we'll need to make sure these troops are ready to go if Lim here needs to be defended. But I'm going to move all these guys eastwards towards Dol Guldur.
Aye, Lord. Onward. Where to?
Alright, I'll hire some mercenaries. And we'll start moving east to help out Dale. And you guys definitely need to build something for the economy. Yeah, I know we agreed on roads earlier. We'll do roads, fine. Alright, and you still have a long ways to go to the north, so take your time.
My king.
Alright, you're gonna meet up with Balin over here. He needs more cavalry.
My king.
Yeah, it's just really hard to pinpoint where we're gonna attack. What would make it easier is if the Dunedain or the dwarves of Ered Luin could actually take Latash and then threaten them in the north, spreading them out even further. Alright, Mordor is definitely in a position to take Lim here. That's bad. Not sure how Celeborn got himself killed, unfortunately. That's unusual. Yeah, Mount Graham. It won't be much longer before Mount Graham is ours.
Aye, sire. My king.
Yeah, Tarfaline is not going to be easy to take. I think we're better off making a mad dash for Rakiburg, because we still have a lot of troops nearby. So he can be up there and take it by next turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and have him keep moving. The problem is these guys could intercept him. Alright, I need you guys to keep an eye on this over here. You guys need to come over here and tell me what's over there. Alright, I'm going to have you guys start making that mad dash. These guys are in the way. I'm going to get rid of them. And who's finished with construction? Osten Ethel is done. Let's have you build a large pig farm. Tirithawin. Yeah, you can start building that. Actually, no, you need an upgrade. Let's give you the upgrade. And then Fenholm. Yeah, you need to start upgrading the roads here. That's good. Alright, and then Dord over here. Let's see what we can try to do over here to help out. I can't really send my spy over there, because Dol Guldur could sneak up and try to take Erui. That would be bad news for me. And I need way more troops than this. Yeah, I'm going to try to get some more troops assembled. And Mordor creeping up on Lim here, that's bad. So now I need to send all these guys over here just in case. Yep. Gotta make sure these guys are eliminated. I could just take Tharbad now. Our real question is, what lies over here? Alright, now are they at war or no? Nope, not yet. Yeah, we're gonna take this now. Alright, so we're gonna lose a fair number of our troops here, but Tharbad is rather important. Stubborn Urukai. Just run away. God damn it. Alright, so with Tharbad taken, I can give this to the Dunedain, because I don't mind them holding the region. And then when war does break out between Isengard and the Dunedain, we can come back and help them out a lot more. So we'll go ahead and get these troops out of here. We need to start making our way back home. We'll destroy the blacksmith here. Yeah, let me save this first. See if this is something I really want to commit to. Just in case I change my mind about selling Tharbad. Perfect. Alright, so let's see if I can try to sweeten this deal a bit with the Dunedain. Oh, dang, are they not nearby again? Come on. For real? Alright, we may have to keep it for a turn then. Because I don't have any diplomat near the Dunedain now. And I've got no one out here either. Alright. Keep this for now. Get a spy going, I guess.
Aye. Aye, sire. Move out. My king. Aye, sire. My king. Aye. Forward. An honor, my lord. In your name, my lord. Onward.
Alright, you'll stay hidden for me. You guys just stay where you are.
I'm gonna stick you.
Yeah, I should try to get rid of these guys now. Let's not mess around here. Let's just delete these guys.
To battle. Aye, lord.
Nah, I guess they'll have to do the job. Because these guys are out of movement points now.
My lord. Your will. My king. Closing in the enemy.
Hmm.
For the king.
Of course. Alright, let's see if we can get those catapults to follow us. There we go. Took down one catapult. Lovely. Keep it up, guys. Doing great. Alright, all it takes is one really lucky shot and we destroy all three of these. There we go. Okay. Okay. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Alright, let's start rushing you guys into position. Alright, it's the last of their siege equipment destroyed. Oh wait, it's not the last of their siege equipment, darn it. Hit that one thing.
true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Alright, and they're broken. Perfect.
Only half the enemy force remains. The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
How have we not taken this out yet? Finally got rid of that. Okay. Where is my... No, no, guys, just shoot.
Look how our cowardly foe runs. It is time to press the attack. Be in awe of the victory we have won here today. Glory to the king!
You know, that's really annoying. We destroyed all their siege equipment and somehow they still salvaged it? How is that possible?
Aye, Lord.
How is that possible? Alright, looks like we're gonna have to help the elves here at Lim here. Shoot, I can't remember. Did we bring our diplomat back? But at least Rakiberg looks like it could be ours this turn if we're fast enough. Just need to catch them off guard. Tharbad, well, we're not going to build it there because I don't plan on keeping it. Okay, so we could take Tharbad this turn. Dunlendings and Isengard, they are now at war with each other again.
Aye. Aye, Lord.
Okay.
Aye, sire.
Now, it just makes sense for us to send these guys back. Yeah, some of these guys took a huge hit in their numbers. The Dunedain hold on to this territory, that's the good news. So we don't have to worry about being flanked down here, but Isengard will keep coming after us over here to take back Tharbad, so I think we're better off just selling it to them, maybe even getting an alliance out of it too. And Mount Graham surrenders in 2 turns. That's good. Down here, how are things looking? Does Dale look like it's primed to take Dol Guldur? Not really.
I would fight for your people.
Again, would love to come down here and help these guys, but they're still a little too far away. Yeah, I need to get more troops over here to help them out. If we're gonna make this work, we gotta do this right. Still trying to get some crossbows ready. And I better get my reserves over here ready to help out. We have some of the best shock troops in all of Middle-earth, so this should be more than enough to help them against Mordor. Okay, what should we do here? I think it just makes sense to give this to the Dunedain, so I'm going to save this as Khazâd 124. Alright, first, we're going to take Rakiburg. Actually, let me make sure we got a diplomat nearby. He's still up there? You gotta be kidding me. Come on. There's gotta be somebody nearby I can talk to. Alright, are the Dunedain within range? Thank God they're in range. Okay. No, I know it's annoying to lift the fog of war to do that, but sometimes you just have to. This campaign map is just so big.
Yes, my king. At your service. Yes, my king.
Alright, let's go ahead and check up on here.
Moving quietly.
Yeah, we just need to move up there and take it now.
By your will, sire. Aye, Lord. Aye. Approaching to engage the enemy, sire.
How is it that you don't have enough movement points to make it? I don't understand. You're closer than the other guys. That doesn't make any sense to me. Is Balin like suffering a slight disadvantage in movement points? Yeah, because I need to take Rakiburg.
Aye, noble sire. My king. Aye, sire. Aye, my liege. Aye. My king. Aye, my liege. Separating our forces, nobles. My king. Aye, sire. Aye. Aye, my king. Move out. By your will, sire, we shall engage. Aye. Closing on the enemy.
Oh, now you're not close enough?
Aye. Approaching to engage the enemy, sire.
Yeah, I'm confused. Why are these guys suffering a slight disadvantage in movement points?
Aye, aye, my king, aye, aye. Aye, noble sire. Aye, lord. Closing in the enemy. Aye, my liege. We must. Aye. Closing in the enemy.
Alright, I'll take it.
Glory to the king. Well done, lads. We've won.
Alright, we'll exterminate the population. That way, if they do take it back, I'll make sure that it won't be easy for them. Won't be easy for them to rebuild. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna get this army out of here soon.
At your service.
What I'd like to do is start pushing up towards Dane's Hall, if that's possible. Take that too. But I know we're not gonna have the movement points to make that happen.
Aye, lord. Onward.
Better just set you over here for now.
King. Aye.
Yeah, because those are minimal losses for taking territory. Alright, and then gonna save it like so. We're gonna get this army out of here. Give this to the Dunedain too. But first, I'd like to just get rid of some of this infrastructure. They don't really need all of this. Let them keep the port. Yeah, that's good. And then I'll talk to them. Are you kidding me? You have got to be joking me. How are they not close enough? Alright, fine. End the turn. We'll see what happens. This is so annoying. Alright, come on, elves. Come over here. Let's deal with these orcs. There we go. Lost nobody. Got rid of those guys. Forced to retreat. Didn't completely decimate them, but that's okay. At least we're helping the elves defend their borders. Ain't no way I'm marching down to Rohan anytime soon. Oh, of course. You see, this is the reason why. This is the reason why I need those extra movement points. Ugh. How is it that I don't have a diplomat close enough to the Dunedain? Alright, well. I guess we'll have to keep it for one more bloody turn. Because it appears I'm still not close enough to get a diplomat to the Dunedain. All because I forgot to move him the first time. I mean, where else do I have a diplomat on here? This is getting annoying. It's the one thing I hate about medieval Total War. Or medieval 2 anyways. The fact that you need a diplomat to start negotiations with any faction. Yeah, and there's no one for you to talk to down here except the Valesmen. That'll be useless.
At your service.
Why is it that I couldn't get a diplomat trained here? That just seems kind of silly.
Yes, my king. Aye. Aye, lord. My king. I'm gonna stick you. Aye, my lord.
I mean, I guess I could talk to the dwarves and give it to them. Because I still can't believe I can't talk to the Dunedain this turn. I'm going to try one more time. Let's go ahead and get this army out of here. Yeah, I don't think they're close enough. I think they're just barely out of reach, unfortunately, so I'll have to talk to the dwarves over here.
Extremely pleasing agreement to reach. No pleasure, noble sire. Aye, sire. Aye, lord. Aye, sire. Aye, aye, sire. Aye, noble sire. Setting a vigilant watch. In your name, sire.
Alright, very good.
Noble sire.
Increase the line of sight.
Watch.
Methelburg looks okay, but looks like the snow orcs could be coming down again. That's okay.
My
I
king.
got fresh troops I can send back. I can send some of these guys back for retraining.
Aye. Aye, lord. Aye, sire.
Yeah, I'll send you guys back, that's fine.
Aye,
And then
lord.
send you guys in as replacements. There we go. And we'll get another diplomat going. Why not? And I'll put these Khazâd volunteers in here, help with public order. Alright, so we'll just have to hold on to Rakyaburg for one turn, I'm thinking. Maybe we can do that. I could sell it to Dale. Would be rather ironic, because I've done that before. Alright, get those guys on the run. That's good. Yeah, I'll have to wrap things up here quickly. Now, if I head towards Dolgador, I'm hoping Dale's not going to ditch. Because right now, Dale's doing very well against them, so they have a real chance to take it back. Yeah, we need to start heading up to Dane's Halls. If we can take Dane's Halls and give it to Erebor, that'll really change the war altogether for us. Alright, the Snow Orcs are coming back again, no big deal. Taking out the Harrowdale. Yep, Edoras has officially fallen. That is not good news. And, of course, Isengard took it back from the dwarves. You have got to be shitting me. Son of a bitch. Alright, that's it. Putting it under siege. I'll take it back. This is kind of annoying, but I guess I'll have to send these troops all the way around. Actually, you know what? It just makes sense for you to stay there. Stay there. I'll get these guys to come over and help out. I wonder if it's better if I send these guys out instead. Yeah, because I could send these guys out fairly quickly. And then I'll get you guys moving too. I'm only concerned if I move these troops over, they could end up... Ost and Ethel could end up becoming vulnerable to an attack. But I'll try to make it work. At the very least, we can keep this place under siege. Let's go ahead and merge these guys together if we can. Can't hire any mercenaries here either. Alright, and how do things look up here? We could take Dane's Halls this turn. That's the crazy part. I think I'm going to go ahead and start making those preparations. Why not? Because things are looking really good here. I mean, Tharbad, Isengard taking it back is annoying, but I had them under siege. We'll have to see if they're going to sally forth or not. They may not. They may just hold that siege on. I can get a fairly large army over there to help take it back. And I'm going to sell Rakiburg over to the Dunedain. Yeah, we have to sell it to the Dunedain, because I feel like the Snow Orcs won't bother them. But just to make sure, I'm going to make sure everything is destroyed here. Because if the Snow Orcs do take it back, I want to make sure it takes a long time for them to rebuild everything. Go Scorched Earth on these guys. There we go. It'll basically be worthless to them. Oh, for God's sake, where are the Dunedain, for God's sake? There's no way you're still out of reach. Come on. How are you still out of reach this turn? Are you purposely trying to be this annoying? Also, what's this about? Why is that arrow still there? Am I supposed to do something? But still, this is ticking me off so much. How are the Dunedain still out of range? Oh my gosh, I should have had more diplomats. How are they still out of range this turn? Is there truly no one else in range? Except Erluin. Come on, that guy should be in range. It makes no sense for him not to be. Finally, okay. Give region Rakiburg. And for an alliance, and just a little bit of pocket change for my generosity. Come on.
How could we well, that seemed fruitful.
There we go.
Farewell.
Alright, finally. Done that. Annoying as that was. Finally. Alright, so now we can start moving forward. And we're going to sneak up and just take Dane's Halls this turn. Alright, before we do that, let's go ahead and save this. Because this is pretty critical in the campaign. We take Dane's Halls, we'll effectively be separating Tartafaline from the rest of Gundabad.
Leading the men with honor, sire. Aye. Aye. Forward.
Alright, let's make sure he gets some of these guys. He's got a decent number of shock troops, good cavalry.
Aye, sire.
He's got plenty of crossbows. I'll give him some cell swords and Sons of the Fallen. Why not?
Urging armies, sire. We march to battle.
Alright, this will be an amazing battle to fight. Pretty excited about taking Dane's Halls. Because once we take Dane's Halls, we can give that to Erebor, or we can keep it for ourselves. Because it'll be a lot easier to defend Dane's Halls versus Rakiburg. Alright, you guys did great. I'm going to send you back up north. Go back in the garrison.
My king.
Need to figure out what's going on up here. Can we start putting some pressure on Dol Guldur over here? Maybe.
Aye, lord.
It's a risk, but
Move out.
we're going to have to take it.
Guiding the armies, sire.
If we start heading this direction now, Dol Guldur could be a problem for us. And I don't really have a whole lot of ranged units here.
Aye. My king. Lord.
Yeah, I'm going to start sneaking over here and see what happens. I mean, if we have to deal with some of these orcs, so be it. But if we can help diminish their defenses a little bit, then they'll have a much bigger chance of actually taking this. Alright, and we're going to keep that under siege.
Aye, sire.
You guys got to stick around over here for now. It'll be a while before I can get some more troops going in that direction. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to see if I can try to take Dane's Halls right now. Because this is a pretty momentous occasion here. This could be worth it.
Leading the men with honor, sire.
And they couldn't be in a more vulnerable state. I say we just go for it. We take Dane's Halls now, this will change the whole landscape of the war. This is exactly what we've been needing for a while. Alright, they may have the terrain advantage. We certainly have the numbers and the quality of troops. It's kind of an interesting pass we have going on here. But I need to take these heights over here. Would it be any better over here? No, not really. So we definitely need to take this cliff side over here. That would be ideal. So we need to rush all of our troops up there as quickly as we can. They may actually attack us, so maybe we'll just stay back here. Because it's possible they'll just end up attacking us instead. There we go. Yeah, that could work. Alright, and if they send cavalry around here to hit our siege equipment, we'll just make sure we've got some stakes to defend them. I'll put you guys up there. Keep the merchant cavalry back here. Alright, and where's Balin? Yep, Balin, you're gonna stay back here for me.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in courage.
Alright, so they'll be coming over this way. Oh, darn, they're retreating uphill. Dang it, they're retreating uphill. They're not gonna attack us. Actually, could be a good opportunity for the cavalry to intercept that equipment. Oh yeah, let's just head down there now and get it. We take out the equipment, it's going to make this battle way easier. Come on now, guys. Get over there, see if you can take it out. That's all I need you to do.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Come on, guys, retreat. Come on, guys. Fire those things. What in the effing heck? How did you guys get back there so soon? You gotta be joking me. Fall back, guys. Fall back.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours. Tidings! The enemy general lies dead. We have set the cur to hell. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. The The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Okay, there we go.
This is a clear victory.
Alright, we lost 158 dwarves, but totally worth it, so Dane's Halls will officially be ours this turn.
Glory and honor.
Alright, let's see if we can take this now.
We march to battle.
Perfect.
We have lands and glory.
Alright, let's start converting the culture right away. We have plenty of troops up here, so it won't be easy for the Snow Orcs to take it back. We'll have to deal with them attempting to take Methelburg.
I'm gonna stick you.
We could just ride out, we could just march out and meet them on an open field like we did last time. Not a big deal. What I should do is start getting a new army assembled here, so we can have them start marching towards the Halls of Owen. Our newest diplomat, from now on, we're going to keep you right near the Dunedain. So come over there. This place has one more turn until it's forced to surrender. Got the Uruk-hai under siege over here. And we finally started descending on Dol Guldur, so hopefully Dale will commit to this and actually take it. Alright, I need you guys over here. Continue building more watchtowers. If Duenberg is lost, I definitely need to know that in advance. Alright, they're still building the roads. Oh yeah, you can start building something new. Let's have you focus on a guard barracks next. There we go. Can I get some mercenaries recruited? That would be nice. Nope, can't. Okay. Alright, and I'll save this. Because taking Dane's Halls is a monumental achievement. Get some more of these guys going, why not? Oh yeah, let's retrain these guys. End this turn. Okay. Now, if the Snow Orcs take back Rakuburg, that is actually going to be a win for us, because it means the Dunedain will officially be at war with them. Alright, I'm not too worried about the elves. They seem to be doing okay defending Lothlorien. At least I don't have to send a huge army down south to fight Mordor for a while. It's only Isengard that has me a little worried at the moment. Oh, and the Valesmen are coming down too. Okay, so this should be ours. Honestly. There's no way they can lose this opportunity. Oh, of course. They came around and now they're attacking us here. Ah, god damn the Uruk-hai. They got a shit ton of troops over here, unfortunately. Crap load of siege equipment. This won't be easy. I'm gonna try to take this, honestly. The Dunedain were supposed to take this, and the Uruk-hai took it back right away. So I'm gonna fight this battle. I have to. I can't let the Uruk-hai sit there. Them taking Tharbad is very bad for our position. Okay, of course it's a flat fucking field we get to work with. Oh, marvelous. Ah, boy, this is gonna be awful. And our strength is very well depleted, unfortunately, so we'll have to keep a very tight formation. At least we got the war goats, so the war goats will be somewhat useful here. We'll have to do our best with our catapults and our ballistas. Barely any archers here. The odds are not looking good right now.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Super Sherman, hey brother. Thanks for joining the stream. Good to have you here. Okay, so that is the general's bodyguard. All I really need to do is just take him out quickly. At least the other army is not being led by a general. Only this one. Alright, and the war goats we'll have to be very careful with. I think I'm going to bring you guys... Yeah, our only hope is really just to make sure their cavalry is neutralized as quickly as possible so that our war goats have free reign to do whatever they want. They don't have too many warg riders, that's good. That's a plus. If I can just make really good use of this canister shot, I can wipe out a lot of those Uruks from a range. Alright, now they're moving in. Okay. Now, those Uruk pikes are going to be a big threat, so you make sure they're taken out quickly. Alright, who are you aiming for? Yeah, just aim for those ballistas for now. Not ballistas, those pikes. Okay, there we go. Alright, some really good shots right there. Excellent. Let's see. Can you do canister shot now? No, not yet. Wait till they're in range. Yep, perfect, perfect. It's too bad those ballistas are completely out of range. Alright, the canister shot did a decent job there. It's not terrible. Alright, now's our opportunity. Bring in the war goats. We can take out those ballistas.
Is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Alright, come on, guys. Hold out, hold out. You can do it. Yeah, it's looking pretty tight right now. The left could be in trouble. We need to take out that siege equipment now. Alright, come on. Get rid of those hill riders. These ballistas are really hurting me right now. Oh my gosh, no. No way. My Khazâd Guardians are losing over here? What? They're just Uruk-hai infantry. You out-level those guys. Easily. Come on. God, run away, guys. Come on. This is driving me absolutely insane.
Battle is very much in our favor.
Keep saying that, but it doesn't look very good.
Victory will be ours.
Really doesn't look good from our angle. We're struggling. Oh god damn, it's struggling everywhere. We're doing way worse than I thought we would. Like, how is it this Uruk-hai infantry is kicking our ass? Are you done with those hill riders yet? Okay, come on. Rush over here. This took way too long. God, we need to regroup back. We need to regroup over here badly. Even my shock troops are really struggling. God, we're doing badly now.
Only half the enemy force remains. My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us.
No, you
We must
think?
act and halt this turn of events.
God, this is bad. This is bad. I didn't think we'd do so badly like this, but jeez, if we can just get this general killed, we might stand a chance. But these war goats are very slow, unfortunately. Yeah, I should have kept a tighter formation. We spread ourselves out too thin.
We have lost half our men.
Nope, come on, regroup, come on. Oh boy, this is so bad. I didn't think our troops would do this poorly, like, how did we end up doing so badly? Especially the shock troops. Yeah, we're not going to win this, guys. We're going to have to refight this one. I still can't believe we lost this. I mean, it's not like we were outnumbered that badly. Where exactly did it go wrong? If I had more spear infantry, it would have been a different story, but Yeah, we struggled way too much here. Probably just gonna have to retreat if I can't make this work. And it's so frustrating because I was very close to giving this to the Dunedain. Yeah, they outnumber us 2-1. Yeah, we'll have to fight another day.
All's not lost.
I really hate to do this, but we'll have to fight another day.
Aye, sire. Lifting
Our
the
numbers
sail.
are too few now.
Aye. Victory.
But on the bright side, we took Mount Graham, so now the ring is ours.
We bring word for you.
Okay.
I do not believe I Good day to you.
My king.
Okay, so it's pretty clear we're gonna have to go back and wait for some reinforcements.
Aye, sire.
I can get these guys on the move.
Onward. Aye.
Now, if these guys go all the way around, they have to wait a very long time to get there, which is super annoying.
I'm gonna stick you.
And now these guys have even more troops. God, this is ridiculous.
My king.
Alright. We'll just have to fall back. We have no choice. Hire some mercenaries in the meantime. Maybe this will change the odds in our favor a bit.
My king.
And these guys, they won't be too far behind, so at least they can help them out in taking back Tharbad.
Aye, sire.
In the meantime, we still have these guys ready to go soon, so I'm not going to get you guys moving. You'll stay behind. Because I can't risk having Ost and Ethel's defenses diminished. Alright, keep an eye down here. Yep, Mordor still has troops down here.
Have a taste of my blade.
Alright, it looks like Dol Guldur could be ours. Or theirs very soon. Honestly, there's a huge battle that could take place here. I'm very tempted to trigger that. Okay, here we go. Of course, the frickin' snow orcs are devastating our land now. Can I just have you guys go out there and deal with them? Like, do I have to fight this battle manually? Can you just do it yourself?
Leading the men with honor, sire.
Alright, we'll fight it manually. Alright, you can start converting. Let's lower taxes first. Convert the culture. It's a good thing they surrendered, so we don't have to deal with... Yeah, we don't have to deal with that mess. I don't even know where my diplomat is here. He's just completely disappeared. God dang, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, stay here from now on, like right next to them. And can't get a spy here, unfortunately. I'm gonna have you stick around in there. I'm gonna try to get at least 2 spies in there. That'd be great. You're gonna come up here and check on them. And then you're gonna come back over here and make sure we can convert the culture as quickly as possible. Because I need to get troops out of here. Alright, destroy the beast cage and the warg breeder. Yeah, because Balin's army is in a really good shape over here. All we really need to do is just make sure we're building some watchtowers. Just so we know where the enemy is.
In your name, sire. Hiding the troops
Stick around there.
Aye, sire.
We'll start merging these guys together. Yeah, because this whole army still looks very good. And if we can convert the culture here fast enough, we might be able to retrain some of these units. And we're definitely keeping Dane's Halls, because that's going to help our economy tremendously.
Aye, my liege.
Okay, so... It's sad that we have to retreat from Tharbad, but we'll soon have reinforcements. We can make this army even bigger, head back down there and take it back again. So I don't think it'll be too long before we can retake Tharbad. Alright, the Mithril Mines still have 11 more turns. Yeah, and this is a pretty big deal over here. If we can help them take this place, then... yeah, someone will be able to take Dol Guldur.
Marching to battle, sire.
Alright, this is going to be the ultimate battle for Dol Guldur. We're going to get some help from the Valesmen here. Oh, and they actually have some proper infantry here this time. That's good. Or at least decent infantry. A lot of cavalry. Dale's army looks pretty good too. Yeah, but it's pretty clear we have the vastly superior infantry here. I'm going to give this a go, because this is pretty pivotal. Like, taking Dol Guldur means that we no longer have to worry about our enemy to the east. Alright, the only disadvantage, well, the only annoying thing about this is I have no siege equipment, no cavalry whatsoever, so I'm going to have to rely on the Valesmen to do that job. Actually, I'll have you hold the center. Alright, this is a pretty big deal over here. I think we're going to have to intercept these guys. These trolls aren't too bad. I think they're a little easier to kill off than normal cave trolls. Alright, so if anything, this is going to be the first battle of Dol Guldur. I doubt this is going to be a wipeout, but it's definitely in our favor to obliterate this force here. And then either we or maybe our allies can besiege Dol Guldur and possibly take it. That's what I'm looking forward to. Alright, and there's Dale. Good to see Dale. Good to have you aboard. Alright, so Dale's got the Lake Town Pikemen. Excellent. They have a lot of these bodyguards, Royal Guardsmen. The Athala Rangers, that's good to see too. Alright, come on guys. We gotta get you into position. Those trolls are incoming. Alright, whose ballista is that? Alright, First Legion. Time to take out those trolls over there. Oh darn, we better take out those goblin striders. Alright, and how are the Veilsmen doing over here? Alright, I better start getting my dwarves up there.
Battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Alright, I better bring Dor over here. Who died? Oh, enemy general. Oh wait, no, that's not an enemy general. That's our allied general. Okay, these Mirkwood heavy trolls are being really annoying. Actually, I think I better send my general down there to deal with those trolls. Killing off the trolls, that's good. We need to take out those warg riders, though, before they cause too much damage. We're not exactly staying ahead of the kill count, unfortunately. Oh, they have more of these trolls as well? Oh, darn. That's not good. Yeah, I better do something to help out over here. This is getting pretty messy. Alright, at least we're messing up this cavalry. That's good. How are the Veilsmen doing? Oh boy, they don't look like they're doing so hot over here. Nope, they don't look like they're doing too well.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Gotta get rid of these trolls, though. They're really messing everything up for Dale. Dang, it's bad.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Alright, I need to get you guys reformed. I gotta get my legions reformed. Okay, I better get my general moving back a bit. Shit. Really? Okay, fall back, fall back. Alright, at least the archers still have a lot of arrows left. Darn. We're getting flanked over there. Oh man, they're caving in on our left now. That's bad. That's bad. Oof, this is not going well right now. And my forces are really stretched thin now. The Orning are going to be struggling there. We got to counter these guys quickly. Hold on to our right. Try to turn things around if we can. These guys have only lost one troll over there so far. Oh man, these guys are really, really isolated. I can't help them at all.
Victory will be ours. Only half the enemy force remains.
God damn. Freaking cavalry. Alright, at least we're messing up those orcs over there. That's good. Alright, come on, guys. We can do this. We can do this. We can turn this around. Oh, that's our allies. Thank God. Okay, Warg Riders over here. Whoopsies. Warg Riders at 9 o'clock. Thank God our general's not dead yet. We are literally the reason why this whole formation is actually holding. But these guys, darn, I got these guys dangerously encircled. I need to try to get these guys over there to help. Where are my legions? Okay, thank God they're holding. Though I regret sending them in to go after the trolls. It really messed up their formation. Yep, shoot those wargs. Come on. Yep, you guys keep going after that light infantry. I think we can still turn this around.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Finally.
Set the cart to hell.
This is definitely one of the more interesting battles I've had with my allies. We got the Valesmen, the Dalesmen, and the Wars of Khazad fighting together to take Dol Guldur. Alright, we might be able to turn things around here. But unfortunately, this light infantry is still a pain to deal with.
The enemy army flees the field. After them, cut the cowards down.
Alright, and this... What is this? They're heavy cavalry? Yeah, it looks like they're heavy cavalry. Alright, I can get you guys reformed. We need to get you back over here. Now, I know this Hammer Guard is pretty darn good against these trolls. We're actually doing a good job of killing off a good part of their army, so... Already at 75%. That's a lot. Alright, use your last volleys on that blob over there. Okay, our general might be in trouble. Come on, Shield Guard, get in there. Alright, you guys got to start using your swords. Come on, use up that volley. This is silly. Yep. Yeah, these guys are in trouble. Doing better over here. Alright, we get rid of these trolls. We can start moving in on the remnants over here. We're paying a very heavy price for victory, especially our allies. If the Lordian elves were here, it would have been a very different story. Still trying to get this army to rout, but they're fighting on rather stubbornly. Alright, finally killed off those trolls. There's only one left, really. Super annoying. Just one left. Alright, thank God those are the Bjornings. The Valesmen. Alright, we finally got their left to collapse. Move in on these archers over here, get rid of them. Finally. Alright. Last troll is dead. So now the dwarves can start moving in. Sweep up the rest of these orcs. Won't be long now. We've pretty much taken command of this field. Only a few stragglers left behind. Others are in complete disarray. It's possible this could be a wipeout, but I still don't think so. Especially because with our allies contributing so much, they're likely going to accept some sort of ransom deal.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Good tidings. The enemy general line. Look how our cowardly foe runs. It is time to press the attack.
Alright, let's continue. Chase down whoever we can. Alright, so we killed their chieftain. That's good. I know we suffered a fair bit of casualties, but certainly not as bad as our allies. I think they should still have some more troops nearby. Alright, that should be enough right there.
This is a clear victory.
Yeah, we suffered... Yeah, we lost about a third of our troops there. More than a third, I would say. I don't think it's going to be a wipeout for Dol Guldur, but it'll be pretty darn close to it.
Glory to the king. Aye, my king.
Alright, so I'm not going to besiege this myself. I'm going to let Dale or the Valesmen besiege it, and if they try to attack it, we'll provide whatever aid we can. We might as well get some reinforcements over there, since we're going to be pretty desperate for troops soon. I just got to make sure they're not going to get flanked by Dol Guldur down here. That's my only concern. Because I can get these guys moving now.
Aye,
It's not too bad.
march.
And then up here in the north,
My king.
save this. Do I really need to fight this battle? Can I just do an auto-resolve? Yes, I will take that. Yes, go away and leave me alone. Alright, we'll get some more Khazâd volunteers. Let's see.
Aye, sire.
Send a bunch of you back for retraining.
Aye, sire. Aye.
Not a big
My
deal.
king. Onward.
Alright, if need be, we got reinforcements from here, so you'll be fine.
Aye, sire. Aye. Aye, lord. Aye.
Alright, I'll send you over here to defend Mithelberg. And overall, things are looking pretty darn good. So Dol Guldur has just suffered horrendous losses outside its capital. We'll see if our allies can besiege it and then actually attack it. Because I will stick around to help you take it, that's for sure. And then Balin's got a pretty strong presence over in Dane's Halls. I'm still thinking about giving it to Erebor, because if I can get Erebor up there with more troops, That means fighting Gundabad will be a lot easier. Are they really not going to do anything with that? Come on. It's completely yours, guys. Just attack it. What a wasted battle. Alright, we acquired the one ring. Hooray.
Marching to engage the enemy, sire.
Alright.
Aye,
You're going to hold that.
onward.
I'm going to do my best to try to hold on to the siege, since you guys have decided you're just going to leave it. Fine. I will besiege it then.
My king. Aye.
I just have to get a crap load of more troops over here going, because now I've got a whole nother front to maintain. Alright, check up here. Things look okay. I don't see any Mordor orcs around here. Nothing too serious. I'm gonna get the crossbows moving too. Let's get you guys moving east.
We march no
Need to keep a
farther.
careful eye on these guys.
Aye, lord.
Oh, for God's sake, come on, let me pass through. You know, I'm gonna get military access. Screw this.
Aye, my lord.
Always happy to deal with you.
Man,
Majesty.
military access. I will make a payment of, I don't know, 15,000. Okay, come on. 15,000.
A most generous offer.
There we go.
And a
Military access. Hooray.
Aye.
I don't get it. I have military access.
Aye, lord.
Why don't they let me through?
Aye, sire.
It's complete bullcrap.
We've marched our limit. Aye, my liege.
Alright. How's it looking over here now?
Honor.
Okay, so it's best that we wait for these guys to arrive. But we are very determined to take back Tharbad. I have Dol Guldur under siege. These guys will be there within one more turn to help out. Now, if we can at least keep the Dalesmen or Valesmen nearby, they could help us actually take it. Yeah, we might as well build some siege equipment, because we really shouldn't hold this forever. Alright, I'm going to keep you guys moving too. Just head up this way for me. And let's go ahead and start building a mining... Actually, no. Pub. Let's do pub, because culture needs to improve here quickly. And we can actually get an army barracks built here. That's awesome. Ooh, we get Dragon Slayers. Legion Deeping Guard. Is that a new unit? Yeah, I don't think we get these guys elsewhere, do we? Legion Deeping Guard, do we? I can't remember. Dragon Slayers. I'm really looking forward to getting these guys again. Very tanky. Alright, so we'll soon have dragon... Well, not soon, but... Let's see. How much culture do they need? 75? Yeah, 75% culture. Not bad. Man, I'm going to get Balin out here to build some more towers. Just to be on the safe side. It's highly unlikely that the Gundabad's going to make any effort to try to take this back right away. I'm going to get my next spy up here. That way we get culture growing exponentially faster.
Aye, lord. March.
Alright, you guys will build me... Let's do practice range. We're overdue for that. Let's get a practice range going. Alright, Mount Graham. Now, the real question here is, what are we going to do
Aye, sir.
about Litesh? I don't feel like marching on to Litesh, honestly. I feel like, especially, we need to maintain our control over this city here. At least I can increase taxes a bit. That'll help. Oh, and we have all these troops to move. Yeah, we got to get you guys moving. Alright, this is going to cost us a fortune, but I'm going to get you moving in this direction. Yeah, because we need a lot more troops to fight Gundabad. Okay. Alright, so next stream, I may send these guys back down to try to retake Tharbad, though personally I think we should wait at least a couple more turns for these guys to catch up. then we can renew our attack on Tharbad and try to take it back. But overall, things are looking pretty good here. A lot has been done. We've actually been able to cut a very deep wedge into Gundabad's territory, so we've officially cut off Tartafaline from the rest of their territory over here. We've also inflicted a number of defeats on them militarily, so they're not as strong as they used to be. Over here, our allies have finally united to try to take Dol Guldur. I have it under siege, so by next stream I could end up taking it. I'm not entirely sure how I'll actually be able to hold it, because once I take this region, it will trigger their Doom stack, unfortunately, and it's a very tough Doom stack. So I'll need all of these troops, and maybe even from East Khazad as well. So it might be in my best interest to keep this siege held for at least 4 or 5 turns. Maybe longer, because I'm going to need some time to get some more troops over there. And then next stream, like I said, we're going to march this army back down south with some reinforcements, try to take back Tharbad, because I do not want Isengard to hold that. Once I take it, I will give it to the Dunedain. Not sure what I'm going to do from Mount Graham. Honestly, I just kind of want to sit tight here, because I don't think Agmar is going to attack me. They're far too weak right now to do anything. They're still fighting the dwarves over here, to an extent, still fighting the Dunedain over here too. So I don't think they're going to have any real strength to try to attack us in Mount Graham. So as long as we don't move from here, we should be fine. Okay. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and take off for the night, but I'm going to raid the Savage Bear stream. He's playing some Rome 2 Total War. Hope you guys enjoy that. I'm going to go ahead and get the raid started now. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Hope to have you on the next stream.